I was reading a book the other day about characters doing something in this parlor. I kind of thought parlor living room because it seemed like a living room kind of situation. So I really didn't think anything of it. And then I'm driving down the street and I see a funeral parlor. And that's what started me thinking, is a parlor the same thing as a living room? Because now we have a living room, a great room, a family room. Is there a difference in all these words, or is it just different words for it? So it turns out, even though architecture and interior design have changed a lot, it's still essentially the same room. So what ended up happening actually was around about the time World War II, when the influenza, which we now call the flu, when influenza was just killing off hordes of people, what did you do with the bodies? Well, back in the day, you stored the body not in a funeral parlor, but in your actual parlor. So in your living room would be the dead body laid out, so give the family time to mourn, give you time to come up with the funeral, and so it could be a few days, but it's still a room you put a dead person in. So since influenza was kind of at its height, roundabout after World War I, they had a lot of dead bodies in the parlor, and people started calling it the death room of the house, which is kind of interesting. Can you imagine having a death room in your house? So after things got a little cheerier and brighter and the wars were over, the Ladies' Home Journal, which is, of course, you still have a Ladies' Home Journal, right? The Ladies' Home Journal suggested that they need to brighten up the room, bring it into the new times, make it modern, and make it more lively. And they actually coined the term living room, as it should reflect your style now. And it changed, it worked. People ended up making the living room much more livable. And as technology changed, we no longer put our dead people in the living room anymore. So whether you call it a living room, a great room, a family room, or a parlor, it's essentially the same as it's been for quite a while. But now you know there's a little bit of history wrapped up in the word you use for it. So that's your random fact of the day. If you have any other weird musings, leave me a comment and I'll make another video.